And it's Brown in their road brown uniforms, white stripe around the waist, RPI in their home whites, red helmets and black and red trim. Loose puck in the RPI zone, a quick shot coming to flex up into the netting, and we get a stoppage here early on. Just 34 seconds in, the Bears come in at 5-2 on the year. They're 2-2-0 in ECAC hockey play. Engineers 2-5-2, 0-2-0 in ECAC hockey, and without their senior captain and goaltender Lovisa Solander for the weekend. She's off playing in the Four Nations Cup for her national team. That's Swedish national team. So Kira Bombay, her classmate, in goal. She had very good numbers last year, did Bombay. This is her second game of this season. She came on as a replacement against Clarkson a couple weeks ago and made 16 saves on 16 shots. So she working on a perfect year in the save shots on goal department, save percentage department. As Megan Hay is going to chip this one deep, and now we have a tie up along the far boards. Rapace across for Burnett. Now Burnett will flip it down low. Brown with a great start to their season. They won only 2 games last year. There were 2, I believe, in 27 last year. 2 in 27. They were 1 in 21 in the league. So already more wins this year in ECAC hockey play than they had all of last year. And over 2 solid perennial powers, if you will, at least recently in ECAC hockey. There's no icing here, by the way. They defeated both Colgate and Cornell at home last weekend, both by scores of 4-3. So this is a team you have to watch out for, certainly early on here in ECAC hockey play. And the Engineers handled the Bears twice last year, so we're expecting a much different game, much tighter game here as a shot goes wide from the far side off the stick of Lizzie Gross. 8 points already on the year for Gross, 5 goals, 3 assists. As moving it back the other way, it's Wraithby. Her attempt is sticked away by Haley Klitschko. There's a shot coming, saved by Klitschko, goes behind the goal. Gathered in on the far side. There's a loose pair of gloves and a stick on the ice, both belonging to Bears. Now a shot over the top of the net, rings all the way out of the zone from that far wall by Senna Hansen. Or Cena, I beg your pardon. Abby Nearis up the far side boards, gathered in there by that's Hayes, and across for Hansen, who shoots it up ice. That hits one of the gloves over there. Chip back in by RPI, but Nearis is back on it. Sophomore from the Kent School. Out of Beverly, Mass. Hansen back to pick it up, one of the senior assistant captains for RPI, around to the other assistant captain, Grigsby, who cannot clear the zone. Bears keep it in along the near wall. Wrist shot coming. It was blocked by Hansen, picked up behind the goal. By Aloy. Now cycling back towards Aloy is Vivian Liu. Liu trying to track it down. Puck comes free. And Lauren Severson can't get it out. Right back to Severson. She takes a look up ice and finds Grigsby. Grigsby across the line, flips it in deep. RPI will get a change. 3.5 in, no score here. Back to pick it up is New Chess. Down the middle of the ice, broken up there. Off the stick of Liu, gathered in by Sabrina Rapace, junior for the Engineers, out of Toronto. Her outlet pass too far out in front of the freshman Dane, Lily Friis Hansen, out of Lyngby, Denmark. This chipped all the way down the ice. RPI is going to track it down. It's Burnett, the sophomore. Madeline Burnett, 1 assist in 9 games so far. Gives it away here. Shot and a save by Bombay. Clearing effort will get it out of the zone. Don't think it'll have the legs for icing. And they wave it off as it's on goal. The chance there for the Bears came from Kara Najar. And now it'll come trickling back in on goal. It'll be covered up again by Klitschko. So a shot each way. Faceoffs are even at 1 apiece. Even start, 15:37 to go first period, no score. RPI and Brown. Poked up the wall. Emma Hicks trying to dig it out of there. Spun back near side, or excuse me, far side by Hansen. Chipping up the wall there was Taylor Schwalbe, senior from Anchorage, Alaska. Taken back over again by the Bears. Nice keep there at the blue line by Grigsby. Now she gets into a bit of a tussle with Nearest. Schwalbe over to help out for the Engineers. First period, 5 minutes old. As they continue to scrap along the near side boards. Finally, Grigsby comes away with it, shielding it away, trying to keep it away from Najar. And now we get a whistle here and a hand pass. So no penalty, but a face-off coming up. I believe the hand pass is on RPIs. Yes, the face-off will come outside the zone. It is a situation where the Engineers can change. Grigsby's not sure where the draw is. It's outside. Now they have too many skaters out there. Well, so Rapace's probably going to get tossed here for the late change. And she is. So Grigsby has to take the face-off, and the Bears win it. Looking for the breakout pass. It's thrown high off the glass, and they wave off the icing as it's touched by Burnett. She'll have to get on her horse, and she makes a nice play around the net for Hayes. Long stretch pass here. Here comes Grigsby one-on-one. Try to make a move. Good defensive play there. And then knocked down, I believe that was Najar, the defenseman. And I get a whistle here as that one's up into the breadbasket of Bombay. He's actually new chest defensively, I think. 14-17 to go, first period, no score. Shots are 2-1 Brown. Hard off the glass, picked up there and moved up ice by Aaliyah Lance, the freshman from Edina, Minnesota. All the way down it goes. It'll be helped to the near side corner. Lucinda Quigley. And now gets caught in the skates of one of the Brown, it was Aloy, trying to flip it towards goal, and the backhand was Lance. She'll keep it alive, play it back to the point for Hansen. 2 goals, 2 assists already for Hansen this season. As the shot from the far point by Delaney Weiss was blocked. It'll be gathered in again by the Bears. Shot right back down after crossing center. RPI will get a change. Maybelline Bearing to pick it up for Brown. Good 2-line pass connecting into the zone. Little stick handle from Lou. She gets run into by Iwanski. Now the shot from the point by Bearing is blocked. Picked up by Weiss. Try the near side. Bearing pinching in. Weiss tries the far side through Iwanski. Gathered up for a moment there by Hansen. Now she has it. Centering pass. All kinds of sticks there for the Engineers. Good coverage in the middle of the slot. It'll be cleared out by Fries Hansen. Back to Weiss, and now a look-ahead pass to Wraithby. She was stopped, though, didn't have any momentum. Bearing steals it right back. But we worked up the far side boards, past everybody. And no icing here. Weiss again, tipped along by Grigsby out to center. Actually hit someone on the bench. We get a stoppage. 12:41 to go in the first. Not a bad start here. You can certainly a noticeable difference from this Brown team from years past. They won 7 games 2 years ago, but as I mentioned, just 2 games all of last year. And now we're going to have a stoppage here. And to take a quick break here at the Houston Fieldhouse. 12:41 on the clock, first period, no score, RPI. And Brown on RPI TV. And we get a draw here. We're going to do it over again. What's the penalty? Maybe interference? Interference is the call on the face-off. So they go on the Bears, I think. I think it has to be. So the penalty for interference is going to go on number 5, Lizzie Gross. It'll give RPI a power play.
2 minutes for interference.
Grigsby up top for Hansen. Shot coming and a save. It's held onto by Klizko. Engineers on the power play this year are 3 for 21. That's 14.3%. Win for the Bears again. Hansen. Across. Finds Capel. Back to Hansen. Now Rapace. Up top for Hansen. Capel walking in, takes a shot. Save made. Loose puck off the side of the net. And it finds its way behind the goal. This will be cleared off the glass and all the way down. It was Capel's shot that was turned away. There was a scramble at the side of the net. Here comes Rapace now. Hansen. Capel. Trying to center there was Grigsby. It was broken up and cleared again. This time by Nearest. 6 foot is Abby Nearest, 6 feet tall. And pretty athletic too, what you're looking for from a defenseman. 4 points on the year for her already. A goal and 3 assists in 7 games for Brown. Into the zone now comes Engineers again. It's Severson. Burnett. 25 to go in the power play. Schwalbe. Burnett, a wrister. And that one into the chest protector of Klizko, and she'll hold on to it there. Engineers doing a good job putting their shots on goal. All 4 of their attempts so far have hit the target. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Another defensive zone face-off win for the Bears. They can't clear it out, however. It's kept in by Tremblay. Oro's back to the point. Schwalbe, Burnett. Back to Schwalbe, 8 to go in the power play. She takes a shot, it's blocked by Hansen. Now fed back up top again. Power play's over. Burnett, a wrister deflected over the top. That hit the first defender there. Katie Jane Blumberg. Nice move by Severson. Walking her way in and couldn't get the next shot to go. And now back come the Bears the other way. Good poke check there. Centering pass comes all the way through. And now Wraithby, a 2-on-1. Centering. Shot goes wide. On that one, Wraithby with a great pass across the front of the goal. Just couldn't connect as it was sent wide. Back come the Bears now, chipped in by Hansen. She's 1-on-3, but wins that puck battle with Ferroli. Played to the point, but kept in. Here's another one that goes wide. Gathered in behind the net by Ferroli. She gets rejected on the near side by Aloy. And dug out by the Bears. Trying a little backdoor feed. Oro's the good stick defensively. Might have been her skate. Either way, got the job done. Bouncing puck gathered up by Grigsby. She'll skate it out. Oro's breaking. And they're onside. She'll pick it up on the wall. Oro's trying to give it back to Grigsby. Loose in the circle. Gathered up by the Bears. They want to go the other way. 3-on-3 across center. Cena Hansen into the slot, turning and shooting, hit a shin pad, and it'll be gathered up by Rapace. Off for Grigsby again. And Grigsby shoots it off a leg. Was trying to get it deep at least. And the Engineers win it back. It's Lance turning. Aaliyah Lance out of the corner, taking a shot, and the save is made by Klitschko. And gathered up again by RPI, tipped in by Rapace. RPI wants to get a change. Good chances either way, both ways I should say. Capel fighting for the puck. She's tied up, but a good battle there with Neris. Any of these Engineers that can match up with the big defenseman for Brown, have to give some credit there. Strength-wise, here's Weiss. Back across for Hansen. RPI trying to move out as a unit. Wraithby has it knocked away, right to Hansen, who flips it deep. Najar back to get it. She'll stop behind the goal. Haley Najar, a freshman from Niles, Illinois. Or excuse me, from Stoneham, Massachusetts. That's the goaltender. Klitschko from Niles. Anyway, turned back up ice by Quigley. Good amount of Massachusetts kids on this team. Of course, Brown in Providence. Moved ahead by Hansen. Her shot blocked down. Hansen from DeBrighton, Minnesota. And she gets it back here. Centering pass goes right through, looking for Gross. A freshman from Scarborough, Maine, who's had a hot start, as I mentioned, to her collegiate career. 8 points already. This is lobbed down ice. Race for the puck. Good speed by Oros. She beats it out. Oros trying to turn it back out in front, and a good defensive play there to read it. On the far side, I can't pick out a number. That was, is that Hansen? Either way. Oh. New Chess, I think, made the play. Anyway, Wraithby moves it ahead, looking for Fries Hansen. Good body position there by Fries Hansen going into the end wall. Now she does battle with Neris. 6:13 to go, first period. Shots are 5-2 RPI. This period has flown by. Engineers have had the only power play so far. There's an interference call against the Bears. They were unsuccessful with a couple of shots there. So you take away that power play and shots are, I guess, 3-2. That only makes sense. Back comes Brown, they'll dump it in. He'll be tracked down by the Engineers behind the goal. Megan Hayes, the converted forward out of Hartford, Vermont, with it, looking for her first point of the year. She's played in all 9 games. Oh, a nifty little pass ahead for Capel, but this is going to end up to be icing. Just inches away there, as then Capel ended up going into it with Mel Anderson. But so close on that pass, trying to thread the needle. It would have been a 2-on-1 if Capel could have hauled it in. But as it is, an icing against the Engineers. Face-off coming up. One back by Brown. Hansen turning, slot, shot, hit a skate. Bears keep it alive along the wall. Shot coming nearest, comes on goal, save made. Good hands there by Bombay. Still can't find it, now we get a whistle. Good chance there.
Safe hands, there's only one coffee that can be called Dunkin' coffee.
As Kira Bombay had to be strong
For a smooth taste, first sip to last. Dunkin'
along that post.
made the way you expect.
5:19 to go, first period, no score. RPI and Brown on RPI TV. Face-off coming up in the RPI zone. Bears sitting on, I think, 3 shots now? 4. 5-4 RPI in the shots on goal department. This comes trickling in on Klizko. She'll cover up. Klizko in 2 games played this year, 450 goals against and a .902 save percentage. That's what my line chart tells me. Yeah, they're without Isaac. As it's picked up here by Grigsby. On for Oros. Into the zone. Bears have it behind the goal. Josephine Hansen on the move. She has ideas. Into the circle. Centering pass. Went right through. Fries Hansen would have been the Danish connection there for RPI. But now back come the Bears. And stolen away by Schwalbe. Schwalbe, a little bit of speed to center for Wraithby, trying to give it off to Fries Hansen. Zipped along from Hansen. And now Schwalbe for Wraithby again. Into the zone. Wraithby trying to work her way in. RPI changing behind her. Under 4 to go in the period. That's Sina Hansen for the Bears. Lots of Hansens and Fries Hansens. None are related, of course. A couple of those are spelled differently. Lobbed into the zone by Lance. They'll try and track it down. Bears on it. Najar. And now Ferroli. Tipped into the zone, so no icing here by Severson. And now an outlet pass through everybody. This should be icing. No, they're going to wave it off. Looked like it was behind Burnett, but anyway. Bouncing puck, gathered in. Here's Gross, a backhander. Might have hit somebody on the way through. The slot was wide open, but Gross was on her backhand and couldn't do a lot with it once she tracked it down. Loud back into the RPI zone, both teams changing. Burnett. Skip pass to Rapace. She'll feed it along. Nice move by Oros into the zone. Blake Oros walking in. Tight angle shot and a stick save made. Now Weiss a try, it's blocked down. Penalty coming up here on the Bears. As it's picked up by Weiss here. Hansen. Across for Weiss, a shot. That one goes wide, gathered in again by RPI. Weiss over for a shot, and it's finally knocked down, and we get a stoppage here. It's going to be a trip on the Bears. Minute to go in the period. 38 seconds on the RPI power play. Rapace off for Oros. Then move it in. Capel, Hansen shoots it into the near corner. Capel, Hansen, Rapace. Capel, 15 to go in the power play. Shot was blocked at the feet of Maloney, but it comes right back to Hansen. Rapace, down low, Oros, centering, and it's knocked away. Cleared out to center ice, and that'll do it for the RPI power play. It's 0 for 2, 20 seconds to go in the period. Lobbed into the zone by RPI. This is headed wide, but covered up. I'm not sure the referees liked that Klitschko did that, but she had some time to move it, but nonetheless, we get a whistle. Face off here. Frees Hansen. Takes a look at the clock, 6 seconds. Lobbed in by Gross. Another try hit a Schwalbe, and that'll do it for the period. No score here after one. Shots are 6-4 RPI. Second period underway. Chance here for the Bears. Good block there by the skate of Hansen. Delaney Weiss down the middle. Najar. Now turned around by the Bears. Kara Najar lost it. And now Severson's wrapped up behind the net. Hansen. Good connection, a little bit of speed ahead from Maddie Fouts, the sophomore from Rye, New York. Although it's turned around quickly, Wraithby drops it off for Schwalbe, who just couldn't corral. Back to the point, Burnett, she's got time and space. Wrist shot coming, save made. It'll be gathered up by the Bears. Moved his center, chipped right back the other way, and then carried back comes Blumberg. Out to center it goes. Flung back in by New Chess. Burnett. Good pass for Grigsby. Grigsby makes a move and I think just lost her balance on her way by. Would have been a nifty play if Grigsby could have pulled that off. Indirect up the wall, chipped in by the Bears. Hits off the back of the net. Ferroli will leave it behind for Hansen. Josephine Hansen. Oros, nice touch pass for Rapace. On they come. Rapace in, shot coming right on. And a save made by Klitschko. And we get a stoppage here.
The Rensselaer Alumni Association, Nitro Companies, Addison, Sampson, Ginsburg, and Griffin Law Firm, Police Counter.
Face-off coming up at the Brown end of the ice. Lance tried to jump on it from the opposite hash and couldn't quite get there in time. Stolen away by Hansen at her own blue line, lobbing it on the other way. No icing here. Nearest back to get it. Left aside there for Maloney. Shea Maloney up the wall. Backhanded along by Gross. Now a race for the puck. Hansen tied up with Brown's Hansen. Cena and Josephine. And it's Lance who chips it off the boards and out to center. Blumberg back to get it there. Across for Quigley. Tipped right back into the RPI end. Lobbed ahead. Capel, dangerous pass off the wall. Stolen away, but thrown right to Weiss. She'll casually throw it off the near side boards. Kept in by Blumberg. Capel back behind the RPI net. Engineers bottled up just a bit here. Lance trying to get it out. She'll try on the near side, and this time shoots it all the way down. A little bit too much mustard on it. It'll be icing on the Engineers. No score. We are in the second period.
Thank you for your support of RPI Women's Hockey. Let's go Red.
16:46 left in the second. Off the face-off. Shot coming, deflects wide from Aloy. And now another one spun wide by the Bears. Chipped off the boards by Capel. This might be another icing, although it's fluttering. It might not get there. They wave off the icing at the last moment. Now it's shot down the other way. This should be icing if it's not on goal. And it is. And we get a stoppage here. Shots right now, 8-4 RPI. Shot attempts 16-11 Engineers. Really defensive battle here. And this is a Brown team that's shown it has some firepower. As I mentioned, it scored 4 goals in each of its last 2 games. Wins over Cornell and Colgate. 2 of the traditional powerhouse teams in women's ECAC hockey. This one skips through Oros. Now she picks it up again. Tried to center, hit a leg. Stolen back by the Bears. New Chess all by herself. Toe drag in and a save made by Bombay, who had to look both ways. I think she made the stop. Now Burnett. She's tied up and lost it. Centering pass broken up. Jumping on it there is Lou. Jam trying to save. That was the backhand of Maloney. And now picked up by Grigsby. She'll fire it out to center ice. Brown had the upper hand here in the second period. As it's stolen back by the Bears here. Shot back in. Played around behind. Here's Hansen. 14:37 to go. Hansen again. Shot around behind the goal. Bears pressuring. Drop pass and a good save by Bombay. On that point blank try. Schwalbe trying to cycle. Capel strong on the puck, keeps it in deep. Now Tremblay is there as well for the Engineers. New chest for the Bears. Puck comes loose. Anderson picks it up. She'll shoot it off the glass out to center. Gathered in by Burnett. Lobbing it right back up the wall. Tremblay. Good pass off the boards. Severson, high slot. Looking for some room. Drops it back. Walking in. Weiss, a shot and it deflects wide. Severson now. Capel. She's wrapped up there. Chipped along. Gathered up in the far side boards. Picked up by, I think it's Anderson. She'll fire it out to center. Oh, that's not Anderson. That's Melia. Hansen fed along for Oro's. Going to jump on it here. Out of her net comes Klizko. But she makes a nice play and gets back to the cage. 3-on-2 now for the Bears. Blumberg shot goes wide. Gathered in by Piolio. Now a giveaway in front. Lou had it lost in her skates. Good tie up there by Rapace. And now a breakout pass for Oro's. Not going to get there, but she'll beat out the icing. There's a collision behind the brown net. Comes loose to Bering. Maybelline Bering will try the far side. A little bit of room there for Fouts. She gets bottled up quickly, however. Good recovery by Schwalbe. Now some room on the near side. Can they find her? Fries Hansen across the line. I don't know about that one. They're saying offside here. RPI with a big-time opportunity if they stay on there. And we remain scoreless here. Bears have it, shooting it near side. That's Maloney. Up ahead into the RPI zone. Now a trip up there at the blue line we play on. Ferroli lost it there. 2-on-1 down low. A shot was blocked by Burnett. Good opportunity for the Bears. That was number 7, Piolio. Or Paolillo, rather. Around the goal now. Blumberg. Handoff at the line. The defenseman pinching in. That's Quigley. Schwalbe. And now a shot coming that was blocked. Ferroli lost her stick trying to work it up the far side. Now played ahead off a skate. Ferroli finally picks her stick back up again. And it'll be dumped in by the Bears. They want to change here. Allow RPI to pick things up and look up ice. Oh, they're quickly back on the pressure. They steal it away. Thrown out in front. It's sticked away. Good poke check by the goaltender, Bombay, to deny that one. Now Capel back the other direction. Capel walking in. Lost the puck on the carry. He'll go behind the goal. Lance battling for it. Now back to Capel. Capel centering was defended and kept somehow by Bering. But the Engineers keep it in at the point. Hansen, fanned on the first shot, was partially blocked. Second try thrown through. Severson trying to shoot, and that one hit his skate. Gathered up by Weiss. She'll take a tight angle shot, and it's held onto there. Good possession by RPI. Good attack there. Unable to sneak one in. There was plenty of bodies in front.
Stop in for weekend specials on food and beverages.
Denying the Engineers, then finally the goaltender, Klitschko, got to the final one. We get a stoppage here. 10:29 to go in the second period, no score. Puck fed along, right on goal. Klitschko covers. And another stoppage here.
St. Anne's while we have a minute here, we'd like to thank additional sponsors of RPI Hockey, National Grid Foundation, the Desmond Hotel, Reifenberg Construction, the Recovery Sports Group, E. Stewart Jones, Hacker and Murphy, Stanley Steamer, Stewart Shops,
Men's hockey in action tonight against Quinnipiac in Hamden, Connecticut.
Repeat Business Systems.
Women are here. Shots are 9-7. Engineers. And we're halfway through the game. Doesn't get more defensive battle-y than this. There's a shot wide from Severson. Gathered up by the Bears. They'll start from behind the goal. Fed all the way down. This should be icing on the Brown, and it will be. We have had chances, although a lot of haphazard play as well. Draw coming up in the RPI zone, or excuse me, the Brown zone. Face off one back. Here is Iwanski cycling Grigsby. And then taken down in the corner with Schwalbe. Penalty coming up on the Bears. Grigsby. Handed off there for Hansen. Down low for Oros. Oros back to the point. Rapace and now Hansen. Slap shot coming. That one was stopped there by Klitschko. Held onto by the Engineers, however. Grigsby. And we get a stoppage here. Penalty on the Bears. Going to be a trip, I think. RPI power play. Srapachi, this is their third of the game. Hansen, a shot and a save. Rebound! No, it's held onto. Good play there by the netminder. Klizko. Face off once again. Another win for the Engineers. Orel is back to the point. Hansen. Rapace trying to break through here on their third power play. Capel. Hansen, a shot coming. That one hammered wide. Engineers are getting good looks. Hansen again. Capel. Far side Rapace. Try to feed it back. It's broken up, but kept by the Engineers. Very deep is this penalty kill. Compact around the goal mouth, trying to just create traffic. There's a shot, and that one's got the pad of Klitschko. Engineers gather it up. Up top, Hansen, hand it off for Rapace. She's going to slide down low. They're going to rotate Capel to the top. A drive and a pad save made. Another good chance there for the Engineers. Once more, they move it around. And this one trickles in on goal to be held onto. 45 seconds on the power play. The Engineers getting shots. Face-off win here again for RPI. Still in the man advantage. It's Burnett. Severson walking in. She scores! Lauren Severson on the power play, and it's 1-0 RPI. The first career goal for Severson. She scored in the exhibition game this year. I was thinking, doesn't she have a goal already? No, that was in the exhibition. But with a shot like this, surprised she hasn't scored more. Right in the top corner. What a shot there by Severson, the sophomore from Rockford, Illinois. Former Madison Capital. They might look at this, but it's going to be a good goal. Some springy netting, very tight, and that's easily a goal from our top-down view. As folks are watching on RPI TV can see. Snipe from Severson. It's going to be 1-0 RPI. Should not be a long review. .7:13 to go in the second. 1-0 Engineers lead on a power play goal by Lauren Severson. Her first collegiate tally in this, her 32nd career game. Missed a little bit of time last year due to injury. Bears move it in. Trying to center all the way through to Capel. Michaela Capel, freshman from Dawson Creek, BC. Just gets it deep, stopped behind the goal by the netminder Klizko. Playing in her third career game. And then a bouncing puck. And we get a whistle and offside. Klizko went to one of the rival schools of my mom's high school. She went to Maine East. My mom went to Maine South in Chicago, suburbs. That was a few years ago, though. Schwalbe will shoot it around. Trying to poke it up the boards was Wraithby. Fired right back in by Brown. Tipped up the wall out to center. Bears back to get it. It'll be Paolillo. Dumped in, but stolen right away by Lou. She's all by herself in the offensive zone. The Engineers take it right back. Schwalbe behind for Hansen. Josephine Hansen. Up ahead for Oros, who moves it out to center. Gross trying to lean on Schwalbe, lost the puck. Now it's played ahead, now stolen away. Oros trying to step through the defender. What a move, Oros! Walking in, she fires wide. Oh, that would have been something else for Oros. She was able to finish that play off. Back come the Bears, and a good save by Bombay with that right pad as she denied Maloney. Good look ahead pass, finding Grigsby off her stick. Oros cutting to the front of the net, trying to find her. It's broken up. Anderson got in the way there. We've got chances now heading both ways. Wrist shot from center, well wide from the stick of Gross. And now RPI back the other way. Oh, Burnett lost it right in front of her own bench. Turned around by the Bears. Fouts. And a good stick there by Ferroli. Fired on goal. Bombay makes the stick save. Another shot and a save by Bombay on Aloy. As what started out pretty slow in the shots on goal department has picked up here in the second period. Aloy on the move in the slot, still trickling. Bombay nearly trying to cover it, but swatted out of there by Hayes. And now Tremblay has Capel breaking, finds her on the near side. Although it's defended pretty well there by Quigley. She's wrapped up and fight for the puck on the near side. Stolen right back. Point Hansen. Penalty coming up on the Bears. Here's Hayes. A shot deflected on goal and a save made. It'll be touched up and we get another power play for RPI. A fourth power play chance for the Engineers. They're 1 for 3, scoring on their last opportunity. And we're going to have an official's timeout on the interference call. 3:37 to go in the second period. It's 1-0 RPI. You're watching Engineers hockey on RPI TV. Hansen a drive, went wide. Bouncing top of the zone, picked up there by Grigsby. Capel back for Hansen. Rapace looking for the redirect. Oh, a chance there for Grigsby on the doorstep. Couldn't get it to go. I think the net came off. And we don't have the penalty clock on the board. So this penalty may be indefinite on Paolillo. Another look at the chance for Grigsby. The net was lifted. It did come off. 110 on the penalty. So it was counting. It just wasn't on the board. Getting a little worried there for a second. Here's Capel. Still a minute in the power play. Hansen a shot, a redirected wide. And it's cleared out by the Bears. A second goal will do wonders for this RPI team if they can get it here. Hansen back to claim it. Now some pressure comes from Gross. And a little spin move from Hansen to get free. Now the breakout. Burnett. Off for Rapace. She'll slap it in. Ring it around. With speed, stopping up in the corner is Lance. Tremblay. Good play to work it back to the point. Schwalbe. Across for Burnett. Circle now. Severson. She had the first power play goal. There's a good redirect in front from Tremblay. Second try went wide by Lance. And it'll be gathered up by Tremblay again. 12 to go in the power play. Indirect to Schwalbe. Back to Schwalbe from Burnett. Fanning on the shot with Schwalbe. She likes to play it down low. Penalty almost over. As now Tremblay. Penalty is expired. Back to 5-on-5 hockey here. RPI 1 for 4 in the power play. Here's a backhand shot sticked away on the try by Gross. Now turning with it. Penalty coming up on RPI now. As it's going to be interference on the Engineers now. Shots are 16-11 RPI after a very slow start in this game, shots on goal wise. As it's going to be interference on Severson.
Lauren Severson, 2 minutes. The penalty, 18 minutes, 44 seconds. RBI penalty number 17, Lauren Severson. 2 minutes for interference at 18:44.
First power play chance for the Bears. And the Engineers do clear it out. For the season, Brown is 3 out of 25 on the power play, 12%. The Engineers are 4th in the nation in penalty kill at 94.1%, 16 out of 17 killed. Minute or 49 seconds, I guess, now in the period. So this one could carry over. Engineers hope it does. Back to pick it up in the Bears zone. It was Aloy, and she'll leave it off. Gross, touch pass back. Near side feed. Ahead comes Gearing. She lost it, or Aloy's rather. Gross off her stick, gathered up by Schwalbe, shorthanded, where the Engineers thought about attacking 2-on-2 there. 9 seconds to go in the period. On comes Nearest, the defenseman, all the way in. 4 to go. Tie up by Burnett, flipped in front, loose puck, lifted towards the line, and that'll do it for the second. Engineers get the only goal of the frame. They lead it 1-0 after 2. You're watching RPI Women's Hockey on RPI TV. Power play will continue for Brown as we start the second period. There's another 39 seconds left on it. First power play opportunity for the Bears. Continues. And a fan down the pass, poke free to center, race for the puck. Grigsby trying to use a long stride to get there. Now she tangles up and gets a touch of the puck, and we get a stoppage here. It's going to be a 5-on-3. They're going to get Grigsby here. So quickly a second power play opportunity for the Bears. Slight overlap on that 5-on-3, but the Engineers were able to get an easy save for Bombay. Still 40 seconds on the most recent penalty. RPI able to shoot it down. And the Bears will reset here. 27 seconds left on the man advantage. Najar. Aloy. Now Hansen into the zone. Blumberg. Turning with it is Quigley in the corner. Up top now. Najar, near side circle. 5 to go on the power play. Intercepted here. Schwalbe has a teammate breaking. And lost the puck and went down. Back comes Blumberg. Drop pass. Slap shot over the top of the net from Hansen. This one will leave the zone. Gathered up again by Nichess. Early third period. 1-0 RPI leading here. And a goal by Lauren Severson. Her first career goal. Fed in front. Turning and shooting. And a save made, I think, by Bombay. As RPI gave it away deep in their own zone. That was Weiss. Now fanning on it, Burnett. Weiss over to get it. Slap it around near side. It's going to be read by Bering. Now taken down hard in the corner was Burnett. Puck comes loose and a save made by Bombay. On a tight angle. Now the outlet pass there. Home run ball doesn't work out. Moving it in now. Shot. Glove saved by Bombay on the try by Nichess. And we get a stoppage. Opportunity there in the redirection. A good save. Great job by RPI TV there. Our camera folks catching that one. Severson given off there, and they're offside. We get a whistle. Power play is over. So RPI 1 for 4 on the man advantage. Brown now 0 for 2. Ferroli back in her own end, picks it up there, finds Hansen. Lifted up the wall. Frees Hansen in for Wraithby. Bottle up on the far side. 15:45 shots, 15:45 to go in the third. Shots are even at 16 apiece now. All the way to the point. Hayes keeps it alive. It's shot right back out to center. A lot of pressure on Megan Hayes. Stolen away. And a save made there by Bombay with the glove. Nearly given away at the blue line. Pops right back to Burnett. She'll have to go back and track it down. Left behind the goal. Hayes. Off the skate of Grigsby. She corrals it for a moment. And she's wrapped up in front of the bench. Najar across for Quigley. Now back into the zone come the Bears. Maloney stops at the half wall. Rapace had her for a moment. Fed right through the top of the crease, but nobody home. Chip down out to center. Race for the puck. Too far out in front of Rapace. It'll be picked up by Quigley. Met by Oros. Quigley gave it away. Rapace slams it back in. Third period, 5 minutes old. Wrapped around, kept in by Rapace. Across here for Weissel, looking for the redirect that didn't come from Grigsby. And now pinching in is Weiss to keep it alive for Oros. She's wrapped up in the corner. Grigsby over there as well. Blumberg out of the corner with the puck. Leaving Oros down in the corner, but she's back to her feet. A little bit of speed here. Blumberg all by herself as the Bears change behind her. Makes a nice play to gain the line. And they join her. Loose pucks picked up here. Fed along by Lance, looking for classmate Capel. Loosen some skates behind the goal. Now, trying to wrap around there was Lance. Her shot was blocked in the end. As Severson also had a crack at it. Now back come the Bears. Pulling up is Hansen at the blue line. Her shot deflects high in the air, goes into the corner. Out of the corner now. Fed back to the point. Wrist shot coming. It was blocked on the try by Nuchas all the way out to center. She'll carry it right back into the zone. A little bit of speed. She's met by Ferroli. Ferroli takes a whack at it there. Severson trying to move it up the wall. Capel does enough to get it out of the zone. It'll be gathered up again here. This is Vivian Liu. Out of Studio City, California. Liu on the move. Into the zone. Still Liu. Turns back towards the half boards and it's stolen away. Schwalbe. Pass behind Wraithby. Race for the puck. She goes hard into the sidewall while Bering shoots it in. Kira Bombay stops it behind the goal. Hansen strong on the puck there. Finds Hayes. Hayes' pass was broken up, but it does get to its intended target. It'll be flipped in deep by Wraithby. Stopped behind the goal by Klitschko. Schwalbe battling there. She's tripped up in the far corner. Referees have swallowed their whistles here over the last couple of minutes. We've seen a couple of calls that might have been made go uncalled. But if you're like me, you're fine with that. If they don't call anything better for the game other than the most obvious of penalties. If you can let all the borderline ones go, we'll have a more smooth game. Here's Grigsby. Fed through center. Nice pass for Rapace. Behind the goal, Oros. She's strong on the puck here. Turning towards the corner, finds Rapace. Right back to Oros, hit a couple of skates, kind of pinballed around, backhand shot and a save. Rapace got to it, and Oros got dumped into the net. And we'll get a stoppage here. Good try there by the Engineers. We'll get a stoppage in play and a timeout.
While we have a minute here, folks, we'd like to remind you that the RPI women's hockey team will be back in action.
Oh, look at the chances here for RPI.
Against Yale.
Rapace with the backhand.
We look forward to seeing you then. RPI women's.
Just a giveaway by Blumberg at the side of the net. Nearly cost Brown here. Draw coming up here in the Bears' end. 11:44 to play. Shots are 18-17 RPI right now. Breakout off a boot. Given away by Hansen. Weiss going to chip it towards the line where it's kept in by the leg of Bering. Now thrown into the slot. Picked up there. Behind the goal. Good poke check. Oh, and lost her stick. That was Weiss. Centering pass. Another one broken up. Lance going to find it here. Lance trying to stick handle the center. Gets it as far as Severson. And now Severson will shoot it in. RPI, of its 2 wins this year, one of them has already been 1-0. It was Lavisa Solander's 58 save shutout of Robert Morris. Now a drop pass here, poked free. Wrapping around now, Burnett's going to pinch. Swept down low by Grigsby. Rapace trying to give it back on the blind backhand. That didn't work. And all that Malia can do is get it out to center. And this will come trickling in on goal anyway. Bombay is going to cover up. You can watch RPI football tomorrow. They take on Union in the Dutchman Shoes game right here on RPI TV.
For their support of our local youth and communities.
This one slapped around. Wraithby with a collision along the wall, carried in by Schwalbe. Fries Hansen had it for a moment. Slapped off her stick, and now back come the Bears. Kick up to the stick by Blumberg in the slot, chipped wide a goal. Wraithby had it hit her. Lob it out of the zone. Shot right back in. Engineers have it there for Ferroli. Cross ice feed finds Hansen. Back to Ferroli. Brown changing. Up ahead, Lance. She'll turn it into the zone. Off to Capel, who shoots into the corner. Tie up there. Lance comes to dig it out of there. Tie up. Comes free to the far side. This will leave the zone. Burnett's going to chip it in anyway. RPI has to touch up. And they do, but on that point, the Bears have the puck, and they'll shoot it back the other way. Maloney behind the goal. Paolillo. And now Severson. Tipped along by the Engineers. They'll wave off the icing. Not enough on it. Gathered up by Maloney now. 9:12 to go in the third. 1-0 is the RPI lead. Chipped up the boards and now picked up by Hansen. A shot right on and a save by Bombay. And we'll get a stoppage here. 9:03 to go in the third. It's still 1-0 Engineers. Shot attempts in this one, 36-29 RPI. Shots officially 18 apiece. Face-off win, fed to the back post where it's intercepted by Hayes. She wants to skate. Tipped along into the corner by Oros. Grigsby goes into the corner now with Nuches. And now it'll be whacked behind the goal. Trying for the breakout pass, hits Hansen, carried on further. Melia throws it right through everybody. Rapace is going to play it far side, comes back to her, off the boards for Oros, kept in there at the far point by Neris. Trying to play it behind for Hansen, they get it to her. She has a chance to look up ice, has one teammate breaking, it was Oros. Couldn't find her, finds Rapace instead, and her dumping is gloved down by Neris. Abby Neris to center ice on the move. Tried to shoot it in, it was blocked right down by Wraithby, and now Schwalbe picks it up. Poked along to the point, kept in by Najar. As an engineer knocked down, it's Hansen. She looks to be in a bit of pain here. She's going to try and fight through it. I don't know what happened to her. Can try and finish her shift. She's definitely laboring here. Engineers can ill afford to lose Hansen. Still 7.5 minutes to play. She's really fighting something now. Schwalbe to center ice. Moving in with it is Gross. Now Gross goes into this end boards with Hansen. Trying to center. That one bounces out towards the point. Najar dumping in. Hansen's going to get there. A lot of toughness. Now she's taken down. Penalty coming up on the Bears. An absolute gritty shift there from Josephine Hansen. She was already hurting, and then she gets dumped at the end to draw a penalty. All the credit in the world there to the senior assistant captain from Copenhagen, Denmark. It looks like an upper body ailment she's dealing with, but it will be a power play for the Engineers, and it's a lead with 7:18 to go. It's going to be a hook on Gross, the freshman. The 5th power play for RPI coming up. Be a hold on Gross. Rapace back to the point. Here we go. Power play time. Burnett. Off for Rapace. Up top for Burnett. Capel. Lost it in her skates, but finds Burnett. Lifted along for Rapace. Rapace walking in. A shot and a save made by Klizko. Clearing effort. Glove down nicely by Burnett, who plays it up the wall. Capel in the circle. Again, a compact penalty kill for the Bears, letting RPI play top of the zone. Burnett. Over for Capel. Minute 18 on the power play. Engineers being patient. Rapace up top. Burnett looking for his own lane, and a right pad save made by Klizko. Kept in the zone, however, by Grigsby. And now Capel again, up top for Rapace, off for Hansen. Hansen walking in, still Hansen shooting, and a save made by Klizko. Couple of big chances there on this power play, but still nothing. Up top, Hansen. Now Severson, she wants another fit on goal, and we get a cover up here. Klizko, another save. The Engineers have been racking up the shots on the power play, but nothing quite to show for it. .28 seconds left on the man advantage, which has been spent almost entirely in the zone. Klizko has a question for the referee behind the net. Wonder what that could be about. Draw here again. Engineers trying to track it down. It's between some skates. Clearing effort, hit a stick, and they'll allow the Bears to clear, and that should just about do it for the power play, and this Burnett has thoughts of wheeling this one up ice quickly. 5.5 to play in the third. One more rush for this RPI power play, the 5th of the game for the Engineers. This one pops in the air and hops up, still in play. No. Did it hit something in the bench? Gonna go in the bench. 4 seconds left on the power play. Face-off win here, Hayes. Shoots it up the wall, chipped in deep by Oros, and they chase. Rapace wins that puck battle behind the goal. Rapace thrown out in front and a glove save made by Klitschko. I'm always surprised to see how few goals Rapace has as hard as she works. She has 14 career tallies, 1 this year. She assisted on the game winner against RIT, that buzzer beater for Grigsby. But that play completely created out of the hustle behind the goal to, first of all, go in and win the puck and then move it out to the side of the net. Didn't have a great angle on the shot, but still got it away. Shots now 23-18 RPI. Draw coming up. After this break here, I think our final stoppage as far as official stoppages are concerned. Shots in this one, 23-18. Power plays, RPI 1 for 5, Brown 0 for 2. Draws are even at 21 apiece. And the Bears have just taken over the face-off win battle with that one. They get as far as the RPI line, the Engineers shoot it to center. Big collision there, penalty coming up. And they're gonna get Grigsby on this coming together, and this is just a penalty on Grigsby being bigger than Bering. But it comes at a potentially costly time for RPI. 4:53 left, and the Engineers are going on the kill for the 3rd time. They'll put their penalty kill back to the test. It looked like a pretty good puck battle. Yeah, I don't know. It was more the result of the play than what actually happened there. Grigsby looked like a perfectly legal fight for the puck that went called as a body check because Grigsby's bigger than Bering. Anyway, here's a shot coming. Fired wide there from the near side. That was Aloy. Engineers able to clear. Here's Aloy again. Skating along, poke check by Rapace. Runs into the linesman, puck goes behind the goal, Burnett. Stick handling, looking for some space, trying to clear, bouncing puck, can be kept in there. Engineers might have been in business shorthanded if that gets by Najar, but as is the case, she keeps it in. Minute 12 to go on the Brown power play. Najar center blue line, slap shot coming, blocked by a skate. Aloy no, she gets dumped by Rapace. Maloney gets it back from Najar down low. Blumberg centering all the way through. They were looking for Aloy on the backside. Shot around by Hansen. Back to the half wall. One change on the PK. Good poke check by Schwalbe all the way down the ice. RPI with a much needed change on the kill. First time they've been able to sub. 40 seconds remain on the Brown power play. 3.5 to go in the 3rd period. Bering. Wrapped up by Capel. Gets the pass away. And now losing it on the stick handle there was Nuchas, and the Engineers clear. Nearest far side into the zone, Lizzie Gross. Stops in the corner. Spins away from Hayes, trying to walk her way in, side of the cage to go behind the goal. Hayes picks it up there. Twisting and turning is Hayes. She sells out to try and clear. Couldn't do so, or it's kept in. 2-1, penalty over. Bears still on the attack. Puck hops up behind the goal where it's picked up by Severson. She'll clear it towards the line, out to center. Race for it here. Capel trying to jump on it. Kicked at by Severson. She can't find it. And it'll be controlled by Gross. 2:38 to go. Back to pick it up is Bering. She'll go D to D. Down the middle of the ice, kicked along by Hansen. Burnett back to get it. Madeline Burnett off for Ferroli. Chipped up the boards and all the way down. I think it hit a Brown defenseman. Won't matter because Oros is the first one to it. Trying to throw it for Grigsby. Around the goal she goes. In front and nearly connected there with Rapace. Now given away. Here is Grigsby. A wrister and a shoulder save made. Klizko got in the way of that one. Another centering try. Back to the point. Fed down low for Grigsby. 1:52 left. Keep your eye on the goaltender. Backdoor feed. Oros, no! As she couldn't quite corral the pass. And now it's sent along off a skate. RPI trying to change. Rapace sends it in. And then becomes a bowling ball to a couple of Bears. Shot up into the RPI zone. Weiss over. Being pestered there. We'll keep an eye on the net. Minute 28 left. Still in the goal is Klizko. Now a tie up into the skates in the slot. Trying to find it. Loose puck. And Wraithby is going to steer it towards center ice. Finding Fries Hansen. There's a Bears player in the offensive zone that needed to touch up and did. Chipped off the boards by Fries Hansen. Now picked up by Brown. Approaching a minute to go.
1 minute remaining.
Carried up the near side, stolen away by Oros. Oros walking in. Oros over the top. A chance there to ice the game with the netminder in, mind you. But just missed high. RPI still on the attack here. Kept in at the point by Burnett. You can't pull the goalie if you're not out of your own zone. Here's Hayes. Wrist shot coming. That one's blocked down. Kept in by Burnett. And now maybe she'll go. They're moving into the zone. 29 to go. Off comes the netminder. 24 seconds. Poke behind the goal for Hayes. Hayes trying to clear, hit his leg. Still Hayes on it, finding Grigsby. Grigsby with an open net. Can she find it from center? No, she missed it wide. 7 seconds to play. Worked up the wall. Into the zone they come. Onside, chip to center with one, and that'll do it, and the Engineers win it. It's a 1-0 shutout win, the first career shutout for senior Kira Bombay. The senior from Orleans, Ontario, with her first win of the year. What a game for Bombay. With Solander off at the Four Nations Cup, she turns in a stellar performance here for RPI. She turned away all 18 shots she faced. RPI wins it 1-0 on the power play goal by Lauren Severson. Also the first career win for Bombay. She was 0-5-1 in her career coming into play tonight in 14 lifetime games. As I mentioned, she had stopped 16 previous shots this year. So that's now up to 34 for 34 on the year, but more importantly, all 18 here tonight. RPI wins it. They pick up their first ECAC hockey win of the schedule. They're now 1-2 in the league and 3-5-2 overall. The Bears dropped to 5-3-0. They're 2-3-0. RPI showed plenty of grit in this one. Talk about Hansen, Bombay, Grigsby, all these seniors turning in necessary performances in this game. A lot of credit here to Coach Vines and his staff on the big win against this Bears team. This is as good as Brown's been, maybe, since RPI's been Division I. And RPI was able to turn them away by a 1-0 final. Final shots, as I mentioned, 25-18 RPI. Faceoffs were even at 22 apiece. RPI was 1 for 5 on the man advantage. That was the difference, as Brown was 0 for 3. We'll leave you with that. We want to thank you for watching today's game. Your final score was RPI 1 and Brown nothing. This has been RPI Hockey on RPI TV.